and silver, number one crypto, gold, silver, and oil trading channel. We're into the stocks, the cryptos, and the physical metal. All right. We're all about diversification, buying multiple asset classes. And today I'm going to be taking questions from whoever wants to ask a question. And I want to remind you that if you have any negative comments, I will not read them unless you leave a super chat. If you leave a super chat with an amount of $1 or greater, I have to read it no matter what. What's up, John? Good to see you back. Yeah. I just went to work, but I don't actually have to go to work until 3. So I came back home. I actually went to the mechanic, and I think he fixed my car. It was a loose bushing, for one thing. Many problems, but, you know, just dealing with car stuff. I hate being a car owner, but it is necessary, pretty much. So we're going to be talking about gold, silver, crypto. All right? Yeah, I'm pretty well. Could always be weller. More well. Could always be better. But today it's a rainy day, so I always like the rainy days. I have well over an hour to stay on this live, so I'm pretty happy because of that. I got up early, thought I had to be to work, so now I got some free time to do a live, see if I can get some new subscribers today. So that's what I'm going for here, some new subscribers. Soon we will be flying private planes. I hope so. That's the plan, you know. That's the plan. To keep on leveling up and eventually get to the point where we don't have to listen to anybody about anything. But of course, you always have to follow the laws of the land, okay? And you always have to pay your taxes. But yeah, the goal is to get so rich that you don't have to listen to anybody anymore. Think about that for a second. How nice would that be? You don't have to take any crap from anybody. You don't have a boss because you're the boss. All right? As long as you pay your taxes, you know, that's all you need to do. So we got to get in on the right investments. So what is the right place to invest in? I believe oil stocks, gold and silver stocks, gold and silver junior miners, and cryptos. So, and physical metal. So I believe heavily in the commodities right now. Gold, silver, oil, and I always like crypto. The reason I like, well, actually, I don't always like it. I've always hated it. But now I like certain coins, and I like when the crypto market is really depressed, because that's our opportunity to come in here and do some cherry picking on these low price cryptos. All right? We got to be strategizing for the future. A lot of people are really good at figuring out things in the now and the here and now. They're good at, you know, making comebacks, making jokes. They're good at making money today. Maybe they have a certain skill. They're good at doing something right here and now. But when you become an investor, you have to be good at strategizing for the future. You got to see what is coming so that you know where to put your money now, so that it will appreciate in value over time. That's investing. It's just trying to look into the future and putting all the pieces together. So I think the best place to be is gold, silver, oil. I really like oil. Yes, I thought oil would be dropping a lot. Okay, I thought oil was going to really keep going down. I'm bearish on oil in the short term, except now we have a new conflict. in the Middle East. That changes things, okay? Now, David Hunter, he says that this is going to be over soon. Right now, there's a lot of negativity, and a lot of people are anxious about the war. A lot of investors are anxious. David Hunter says that it's going to die down. He says it's not going to last very long. He says the Iranians are not that strong, okay? I'm starting to see now that David Hunter might be bought out, okay? Because this guy, I thought he was smart enough to know about the truth of the war, and that is that Iran is not going to back down. These guys are burning statues of Baal. You know, this is crazy. This is turning into a religious war. It's not even crazy. That's just the reality of the world. You got so many false gods and false religions. And nowadays I hear that we're not even supposed to talk about it. We're not even supposed to say anything about this bad people group. We can't even mention it anymore. And supposedly they're trying to make it a crime to talk bad about the people like Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, these are evil people. Trump, he's evil. Trump sold out. I'm absolutely convinced. Okay? You know, if you don't believe that, I think you're naive. And I even call my own friends and family members naive because they don't understand what I'm saying. They're naive. Okay? They're ignorant. Even some of my own friends and family are ignorant. They have no clue. They think Trump is still good. You always hating on me because I'm big boned. Bro, I don't know how big your bones are, bro. Ray at the 300 pounds will be banned from my private jet till he cuts down to 225 and gets jacked. Exactly. Yeah, I remember we were talking about Ray. He was 300 pounds. Yeah. And he's got to get down to 225. Okay. So you got to keep us updated, bro. Okay. I'm not going to forget about you. You're a moderator. I'm going to remember you. So I expect to see great changes from you. Great changes. Okay. I expect you to lose 3 pounds a week. All right. If you can't lose 2 pounds a week, you're a failure. You failed that week. All right. You got to hold yourself accountable and try to do better the next week. Okay. So yes, you will fail. You will fail on your journey to weight loss. There will be successes and failures. You'll have a good week, and then you'll have a bad week. You might have another bad week, okay? And you got to look at it like, yeah, you failed that week. You got to hold yourself accountable. You failed. If you didn't lose 2 or 3 pounds that week, you failed. Tell yourself that you're a failure and that you're not going to let it happen again, okay? It's all about how you respond to your failure. You can respond to your failure by becoming depressed or by rising up, okay? And I'm the kind of person that rises up. And it didn't happen overnight. Did not happen overnight. It takes time, okay? Let's get it. I believe in Ray too. Ray can do it. Yeah. I think he can do it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Ray can do. Stock is the beginning of GameStop 2.0. HIMS stock. HIMS. You could be right. I heard about that one. HIMS. Yeah, maybe that's a good stock. It's $27 a share. It's got 200 million shares. Hello, I am upset. Massive short interest on HIMS. Yeah. It looks like it to me. You could also argue it's already come up here quite a bit. Okay? You know, whoever is losing massive money, whoever is short on this thing, they can also just talk to the market maker and say, hey, could you increase the liquidity, help this thing go down a little bit? and then it'll go back down. Okay? So if the shorts want to pay the market maker to help them dump it, they can, it's not necessarily going to keep skyrocketing, although it could. It's got the momentum now. Let's take a look at the 1 year on it. I mean, I don't think that highly of it. It's popped up from 15 to 27. There's no guarantee that it's going to keep on moving. At this point, I think it's risky, but you do that one at your own risk. Stock, there's a reason there's that much short interest on it. Okay, there's a reason. You got to think there's a reason that the short interest is supposedly over 40%. Okay, it just went up. The stock just went up more though. No, I'm not going to get sucked into that one, but yeah, maybe you got a good chance. You could buy that and it could go up to 35, 40 bucks within 3 days. I don't care. There's so many opportunities out there. I'm into the gold and the silver and the oil. My passion for this group began when I heard Got Jacked and Rich really loved the content you put out daily. America is a white Christian country. Right. But now they're letting anyone in. So it's not really a white Christian country anymore. And it doesn't matter if it's white. I don't care about what race or variety people are, but I do care that it stays a Christian country. Okay? Yeah, I don't care about white. We can be accepting of all people, but as long as they're Christian. If they're not Christian, in my opinion, they're not welcome in the United States. And that means that Trump is not welcome because Trump has converted to Judaism. At the highest levels, in Judaism, there's actually satanic Jews that worship Baal and Molech. These are ancient gods. They're not really gods, though, but they were worshipped as gods. They're demons that pretend to be gods. And people used to give their children to these gods to try to get rain, And now I believe that these ancient gods, Baal and Molech, still have control over the people in power. Okay? I believe that these demons can portray themselves as good and offer people of the world money, offer some of these rulers money. And then their main goal is to destroy God's creation, destroy humans. That's why they're trying to poison the food, poison the air. They want to destroy everything that God has made. It all comes from the demons. The demons that offer money to the people of the earth. Okay? Trump is not a Jew, LOL. Yes, he converted to Judaism. Yeah. I'm shocked too. He was kissing the Wailing Wall. We're not supposed to talk about this stuff either. Okay, guys? But yeah, Trump is a Jew. People don't know this. They don't understand it. They don't even pay attention. The average American citizen is totally blind and ignorant because they're chasing whatever it is they want in life. Women, power, money. Okay? We can still chase money, but still know the truth. All right? Thanks, William Capone. Appreciate that. What about Hindu people? Hindu. They are welcome in the U.S. Well, I don't need to speak about that anymore, but I do believe that the U.S. is a Christian nation. Okay? In my opinion, we should just be welcoming Christians. It's a nation of God. I don't want anyone else. Only people that worship the one true God. So look it up on Google. He's Christian. Yeah, but look, he converted to Judaism, so it's messed up, bro. No Christian would ever make an action of kissing the Wailing Wall. What do you have to say about that? No Christian would ever kiss that wall. Okay? And he did officially convert. So it's true. But whatever. Trump is a sellout. He's a sellout. What's your tip for the Petro Brazil stock play? Just hold it. Hold that stock. Yeah, if the war subsides, then that should come down. My bearish call on Brazil is between $4 to $6. And, that might never happen. Okay? My bullish call is for 120 plus, $120 a share plus. That means it could go much higher than that. Okay? But you have to understand that's a long-term outlook. Long-term outlook. So with Brazil, what I'm advising my clients to do is just to keep accumulating it. Just to keep buying it. Okay? You know how you put money into your 401k? Every week you put into your 401k? Every week put into Brazil. Brazil, Devon Energy, Plains All American Pipelines, Energy Transfer, Ecopetrol. Yes, we should be buying dividend stocks weekly. Weekly. Okay? Just like you do a weekly 401k. So that's the play. But if you wanted to try to sell Brazil and then buy it back cheaper, you have to do that at your own risk. I think it's too risky to sell oil stocks here. It's too risky. The game has changed. Okay? Are you a cop? No. Bruh, what if there was no such thing as gold? Would silver be like gold? Yes, it would be more of a monetary metal. Okay? But silver and gold are totally different. Silver is used for industrial purposes like solar panels, electronics, and electric batteries. So silver makes the electric batteries perform better, and it's used in all kinds of stuff. Gold is more hoarded. It's saved. That's why the banks have more gold than they do U.S. currency. That's very significant. That means that the banks can see what's coming. All of the richest families are controlling the banks and what's on the bank's balance sheet. These are all the very wealthy families in the world, the top 13 families. These guys control the banks. And they said, let's get some gold. Okay? So that's what the smart money is doing. That's what the money is doing that knows what's going to happen. These people that control the banks, they actually know how the world will change and develop over time. And they're getting in on gold. That tells you the gold's going to go up. But if there was no gold, then silver might be worth a lot more. Sure. Yeah, maybe. Maybe silver would be worth like $2,000 per ounce if gold did not exist. But then you still got platinum though. Okay? So platinum would be gold is the ultimate monetary metal, the ultimate store of value. If there was no gold, then I would expect silver would take that role as well. But you don't know. We don't know. Maybe diamonds would take the role of gold, or maybe platinum would take the role of gold. But yeah, there's no reason to think about that other than just for enjoyment purposes, When you say welcoming, do you mean holding a green card? Gold is used a lot with rappers. Oh yeah. Rappers love, I got my rap chain too. When you say welcoming, do you mean twirls or holding a green card? Gold is used a lot with rapper. Yeah, what else? What else we got, guys? Come on. Say something better. Who's got a real good comment? Crypto's up today too. That's good. Let's check out Coin Market Cap. Trash people like to flush their wealth. Living in a trailer with a gold chain. Bro, this chain's worth more than my trailer, okay? My trailer is only worth about $4,000. This is worth $5,000. So, Bitcoin's almost up to 71. Look at that. The Fear and Greed Index is rising. It's up to 28, okay? This is the highest I've seen the Fear and Greed Index in weeks or even months, okay? 28. That means there's some excitement coming back to crypto. Bitcoin just hit 71. Just hit 71. I noticed that ICP is up to 270 something, guys. Okay? What are the best investments right now? I think Petro Brazil, Eco Petrol, ICP coin, Shiba Inu coin. I really like Outcrop Gold and Silver, OCGSF. Outcrop Gold and Silver. What's another investment that's just like so good? AGQ. This is a really, really good one. What else? What are some of the best investments that we could buy? Just more cryptos. Any crypto that's completely trashed, I'd be trying to pick it up. Like if you see a crypto that just got destroyed, this is the time to start buying. Okay? Because Bitcoin will come back. They're very powerful people, and I believe their intention is to pump up Bitcoin again. Because these insiders make money when they pump it up. It creates more volume, more liquidity, so that the people that get in on it early, the people that are connected, they can make a lot of money. Okay? So these insiders, they fully intend on pumping up crypto again. I definitely believe there's another pump. I really believe it. Okay? So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I buy crypto every single week. All right? No lie. I buy about $150 in crypto per week. And sometimes I spend more than that. And I've been doing that for months. And okay? And you got to have that attitude. Like, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on buying these cryptos or the gold and the silver or whatever it is you're into. You're going to keep on buying it and investing until you win. We do not fold until we win. Well, we never fold. And when we win, we got to keep winning more. We keep investing. We keep putting those profits back into other good investments. And if you can't find a good investment, then just freaking put it into gold. Let it sit. And then when you find a good investment, sell the gold and invest it, or just keep your money into cash. It's good to have cash. Hey, Ray, should I hold back from my investments to invest in some gym equipment and essentially invest in myself? I can't decide. Whew, sweet question, bro. Dude, did you just block that guy's question? Oh, no. I can't decide. Okay. The answer is no. You should not hold back from your investments. Okay? That is the true answer. You should not hold back from your investments. Because you don't need to buy all this equipment that you think you need. Okay? You can do a lot of stuff without any equipment. Without any. None. All right? You have to find out ways of working out without equipment. And even if you want to buy some equipment, you don't have to spend that much. You can go on Facebook. Okay? You can do exercises with no equipment. You can do planks. You can do crunches, sit-ups. You can find some freaking shit and lift it. Okay? You can do a lot of stuff. You can find a heavy bucket and do rows. That's a great shit, dude. Yeah. And you don't need, and you don't need weights to lose weight. You can just cut back on your food. You don't need weights to lose weight. It's not really that intelligent of a statement, but I like the way it sounds. I like the way it sounds. All right. Buy Pepe coin, then buy some more. There's Jesus Rodriguez coming in with the Pepe. I just bought a little bit. I just bought some a couple days ago, I think. You got to add to your Pepe because it's so freaking cheap right here, guys. This is the buy of a lifetime on some of these cryptos, or it looks like we're getting close to the buy of a lifetime. Shiba Inu, 505. Where's Pepe? Market cap on Pepe is lower. Yeah, 503. It's just looking like it's looking like a snack. Okay? Pepe's looking like a snack. I got to buy some more of this, guys. I got to buy some more of this soon. I'm going to wait till payday. Joe Rogan for president. We have a Second Amendment obligation to remove Trump from our nation. Yeah, let's get him out of there. No, because even if they take out Trump, they're not going to let anyone in. That's good. Yeah, they'll never let anyone become a president that's not willing to accept the money and accept bribes. Okay, that's why a lot of people they're operating at a much lower level and they don't understand this. They think, oh, if we just get a new president, if we just get this person in, if we can just get Trump out, that won't help at all, because we're going to get another leader who's connected. Just like Trump is connected. Just like Obama was connected. Just like even George W. Bush. Just like every president is connected. And they're following, our nation is controlled by other people. We've been basically invaded. Our government's under the control of foreign powers. And very rich and very wealthy people. And you want to say, you want to have hope. But, when you frickin' become more sentient, you open your eyes to what's really happening in the world, it sucks. It's depressing. And this is why a lot of people want to remain ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. Just like the bro said on The Matrix. He said ignorance is bliss when he was eating the steak. So many people are not stupid, but they're choosing not to see the truth. They choose not to see it. It's like they choose not to see that Jesus is the truth. They allow themselves to be convinced by Satan or Satan's minions. They the Bible even says they're willingly ignorant. And I wasn't even thinking about that passage. These people, they can't see that all our politicians are bought out. These people are willingly ignorant. Just like many people that I know, close personal friends, willingly ignorant. These are people that got the vaccine. Give me another one. Give me another one, Johnny. Sad. These people are ignorant. I like to call them stupid, but that's not very nice. It's just ignorance. And we got to get them to wake up. Okay? We have a Second Amendment obligation to remove Trump. Being called fat by coworkers is getting very old and committed to this. Bro getting rich half-cent stock at a time. Thanks, bro. Why is your neck green? Because it's copper. Should have bought oil futures last week and sold on Sunday. Who, you or me or all of us? Yeah. The NRGU is the leveraged oil play. So that's the one that's going to go up a lot. NRGU. But I'm a big fan of just buying the companies and holding the companies. Okay? I just like to buy the company, buy the best oil producers, and hold them. So what are the best ones? I think the best oil producers are, and natural gas, is WTI and Petrobrazil, PBR. Those are my two favorite oil stocks. If you want to get my full list of oil stocks, please join the Patreon. But I think just with Petrobrazil and WTI, you're getting a wide variety. You're getting one huge company that's guaranteed super high dividends, and then you're getting a smaller company that has the potential to go up in value a lot and also bring back special dividends, okay? Because I always tell you this, but WTI, the stock, they have given special dividends, and they're quite good. They're quite high. So I think that will come back. And these guys produce both oil and natural gas. And I think the price of oil and natural gas is going to go through the roof, okay? It could keep going through the roof right now, or it could take 2 years or 3 years. But that's how you become rich. You look into the future, you look 3 years out, or 4 years out, or 5 years out, and you say, what can I buy now that when these events happen, when this commodity goes up this high, I will be rich. So what do? Petrobrazil is the one that I really like, and WTI, and I like AGQ for the silver. Okay? There's another one called NAT, Nordic American Tankers. Another one I like is called IMPP, Imperial Petroleum. These guys drive around oil tankers. Okay. So BP, yeah. I don't like BP because it's one of the giant ones. That's like it's not a foreign stock, so I don't like it. I don't really like American companies right now, especially the American oil companies. I like Brazilian. But to each their own. Heard someone said day trading is the only way, and investing in stocks long term is gambling. No, because I bought silver stocks long term and they all went up. And I knew it was a guarantee. I knew it was a lock. So it's not gambling. If you know you got a lock, the problem is a lot of people think that they know what's up, and it turns out they actually don't know anything about the economy. But I try to explain to you how we can know certain things, how I knew oil, or how I knew silver and gold were going to go up. I knew it was a guarantee because of the cup and handle formation, because of the shortages, and because of what insiders and the smart money was doing. So long-term investing is not really a gamble. If you study, if you research, then you can come to the conclusion of knowing. But I don't know. It's hard for me to. That's just how I would explain it. I think it's the longer term outlook you have, the more guaranteed that investment is, in my opinion. Short term, it's way more unpredictable. Long term, much more predictable. It's much more predictable. You know, I guarantee you that oil's going to go to $500 a barrel. I guarantee it. It's just going to take time. Okay, so that long term, it's a guarantee. I promise you, oil will go to $500 a barrel, but it's not going to happen next year. So we know this. I know that it will go that high. I know that gold will go to 10,000. So you should only make investments based on things that you know. So if I know gold's going to go to 10,000, then I also know that gold stocks are good, you know. But if you don't know, if you think, well, maybe gold will go down, then maybe you shouldn't be buying that. Only invest in things in which you know. Okay? WTI is at 278, yeah. 278. I just bought freaking... I got thousands of dollars worth of that one, okay? I just bought another like 650 shares. And I'm very happy about it. They only pay 4 cents dividend per year, but I think that's going to go up. I think it's going to go up. What about XRP? I don't hold XRP. XRP won't ever turn around. I bought a bunch at 50 cents. Diddy about to be all over them. Compare oil to gold to see how wrong you are. Okay. He says, compare oil to gold to see how wrong I am. Compare them how? Who compare them? You or me? Are you telling me to compare them? What are you saying? See, the guy doesn't even have a period at the end of his sentence for one thing. How you start trading? How do you start trading? Howd. Is that even a real word when you say howd? Howd? It might be a real word. I started trading because when I was very young, I had someone start an account for me. So I started trading when I was like 15. Yes, I'm making a lot of profit on silver and gold right now. Silver and gold stocks. Some of my oil stocks are doing okay, but they're not really performing that much yet. I don't expect them to for at least 2 or 3 years, though. Well, yeah, what's happening right now with oil, that's a surprise. Okay? I don't expect my oil stocks to really pay off until a few years down the road. Okay? So that means I'm going to hold on to them for a very long time. If I get higher dividends now because oil just popped, that'll be nice. Yeah. Brazil just paid out $1.5 billion in dividends. Okay, and I'm going to use mine to buy more stock. What do you think it will go when Clarity Act passes? I'm not sure. I buy CISL stock. It went to 0. Damn, I'm sorry, bro. This guy bought a stock. It went to 0. That's why you don't put that much money into any one stock, okay? Unless you know it's a guaranteed sure bet that's going to be around for a long time, like Petrobrazil. I think Petrobrazil is pretty much guaranteed. And I think everyone should be putting Petrobrazil into their retirement portfolio. Everybody. You, your parents, everybody. It's just such a good stock and such a good company, bro. Fent, he says Fent. Next, I plan to buy is OSO. Is this financial advice? No. ICP 261. Come on, guys, hit the like button. Bitcoin is almost up to 71K again. Yeah, I really think something's going to happen with Bitcoin. I'm very bullish. Not financial advice, no. Let's take a look at gold right now, guys. What's happening with the gold prices? Oh, down 32, bro. That sucks. And silver down a lot. Yeah, that sucks. But gold's down. Yeah, so not good, guys. Not good. Gold is dropping. And silver is dropping as well. But I believe they're doing everything they can to suppress the prices of the metals. So yeah, it's going to look scary. They're trying to scare you out. It's designed to scare you out. So a lot of people that are not as astute as these market makers, they're able to become manipulated by the market makers. You got to learn that these are the people that want you to stay poor. They want you to get scared. They want you to sell your gold, your silver. You can't. Do you eat lobster? No, I've never eaten lobster. Would I? Sure, I just never have. Never eaten a lobster, dude. How can you say gold and silver are dropping? The trend is clearly rising. Oh, they just went down today. I mean, gold's down right now, and silver's down $3 right now. Do you eat lobster? No. So yeah, the metals they're just dropping today, but overall they're up. Yeah, for sure. Do you eat lobster? Do you eat spaghetti? No, I don't eat spaghetti, no. Spaghetti is just like white flour. It's not good for you. Bro. I'm starting to feel like I'm being called to do something. I'm starting to feel something like I'm being called. Like I have a calling, and I'm starting to be able to tell what it is. Only it won't make me popular, you know. They definitely would try to ban my channel. But can't lie, I'm starting to feel like I'm called. You have a silver chain also. And I feel like I'm being called to do something more than make you guys rich. I feel like I'm being called to expose these elites and everything that they're doing. But it's just my channel's already shadow banned, and if I start talking about that more, I'm really going to get shadow banned. So this guy's my biggest fan. Nonsense. Okay, sweet, dude. I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to meet my biggest fan. You're not coming out of the closet, right? Sorry, just joking. No. I ain't coming out of the closet today.
Israel wants, they're saying it out loud, they want to use the U.S. military and the U.S. Treasury to sweep aside the last remaining obstacle to regional hegemony in the Middle East, which is Iran. And they don't want to be criticized or to be asked, like, what's the plan here? Because they don't have an answer. And so they have taken offline.
Woo!
Iran shut down America's pride, the B-2 bomber, in one.
My guy, like the video, guys. I respect Trump like Tucker from he says I respect Trump like Tucker, but F Israel. I don't know how you respect Trump though. He's been fully bought out. Trump's being controlled. See, you're not even willing to accept it. You're too ignorant. Like, why would you respect Trump? For kissing the Wailing Wall? For becoming a Jew? Yeah. Why would you respect Trump, bro? There's no reason to. Trump is not the man that we thought. He lied to us. All right, Trump's a liar. Joe Biden was way worse. Well, Joe Biden, they're both bought out. They both sellouts. So they're both the same. They're both on the same team. Trump, Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. They're all on the same team. They're all, yeah, and you know, and a lot of you guys are ignorant that don't believe that. You're either ignorant or your IQ is very low, or you're just generally a sheep and you're a believer in whatever you're told. But then why don't you believe me now? You know, you just follow these people like sheep because you want the world to be good. You want to believe that everything is okay. You don't want to live in a world where they're eating babies. So you convince yourself that it's not true. I know about human psychology. I know how some of you idiots think that aren't accepting what I'm saying. Okay? It's not that you're stupid, it's just that you're ignorant. And you want to be willfully ignorant. The name Trump stands for, I think Trump stands for trumpet. But when it will go to $1. Oh, Shiba Inu $1, yes. What about Obama? Obama was no good either, no. Obama was on the same team as Trump. It's on the same team as Bush. Same team as everybody. It's all the same team. Okay? It's all the same team. Like how, you know, when you see all the Republicans standing up and clapping, and then the Democrats are all sitting down? That's just for pretend. They're all on the same team. The Democrats are probably like, good thing I don't have to clap for this one. Good thing the boss says we got to stay seated, because they got to make it look like it's the Republicans versus the Democrat. It's the good versus the evil. But in reality, all of us should become on the same team. We should all be on the same team. And, these politicians are idiots, and you believe them. You guys think that it's really Democrat versus Republican. No, they created that to make you fight. They have you under their control. If you believe that it's Democrat versus Republican, then they have you right where they want you. Okay, we got to start working together and getting back towards the Bible. Okay, what is the prediction of Shiba? Will it ever reach $1? Maybe. Okay, maybe Shiba Inu will reach $1. I'm going to predict that it won't. Okay, but don't let me kill your dreams. Okay. What's the prediction of Shiba Inu? Yes, I think it's going to go up a 10x. It's going to do it 10 times your money. That's pretty good. If you can make 10 times your money, then you're making a lot of money. Fake chain boy, he says. Tucker Carlson, 2028. Yeah, Tucker seems like he's getting more and more legit. So does Jordan Peterson. It seems like he's, and there will be some modern leaders for the Christian faith. There's got to be. There's got to be some good leaders that rise up. XRP will get to $2. Maybe, yeah, maybe. It's an illusion to give the public that they have a choice in whom they vote. Yes, it's an illusion. It doesn't matter if Kamala Harris would have won. Yeah, if Kamala would have won. The one thing is, though, they do like to start wars under Republicans. Okay? They'd like to start the wars with Republicans. That way they can keep it divided. They can keep the left against the rights. It's always about the Republicans that start the wars, So that's what they're doing. They're just keeping it divided. So they said, well, Trump, we want you to be the next wartime president. We'll give you this, and you'll live the life that you want. Plus, we won't kill you, So he's like, okay, I'll do it. We'll do it. And they also said, we'll allow you to become even richer. You become our wartime president, we'll help you win, and we'll allow you to trade cryptos so your family can become even richer and richer, And Trump said, I'll take the deal. And yeah, Trump's been to Epstein Island, and who knows what he's done. He's probably controlled. He's controlled. But they're also letting him live out a great life and become richer. So right now it works. But I believe Trump is just disposable. Trump is disposable. At some point, they might get rid of him too. Okay? But for now, they're using these politicians to their full advantage to destroy our nation, to make us unhealthy, to spread more disease. You follow Cash. He talks about XRP a lot. No, I don't follow that guy. He talks about XRP just to make money for himself, just to get the hype and the attention, because he knows there's a big audience for XRP. He also probably knows XRP is BS, but he doesn't care. These crypto guys only care about the money. Okay, they'll tell you about whatever crypto that pays them the most. If XRP pays him for each XRP video, he's going to make a lot of XRP videos. So that might be why he's making the videos. Okay? So you guys don't understand how deep this goes, how deep the rabbit hole goes. It's all about manipulating the public, telling them what cryptos to buy, where they need to spend their money. It's about telling the public, you need this $50,000 car, you need this 75-inch TV, and they make us think that we need to buy all these things, including fake cryptos like XRP. It's fake. It's bullshit. The banks would never utilize it. Okay? There's way better cryptos that the banks would pick first. So, Venezuela was a success, and the bomber security Iran will be a disaster. Yes, it will. Propaganda is out of control. Yep. He says, oh, what a fool. What a fool. Hell, half of them don't even do crypto. They just sell a course and make all their money. Yeah, a lot of these YouTubers just sell us a BS course and say, "Oh, I'll show you how to trade and all this stuff." But no, it's not that simple to just buy a course. It's really not that simple. What these guys should do is what I do is I give you the stocks. I have a Patreon. I charge $10 a month, and I actually give you the stocks. And they're very high performing stocks. We're making a lot of money. So I told you guys about all these gold and silver stocks like a year and a half, 2 years ago or whatever, and look how much money we're making. So these guys shouldn't just give you a course. They should give you the real stocks. But they don't know. Okay? And even if they did know, they wouldn't tell you. They wouldn't tell you about the right stocks unless they're getting paid. Okay? I'm hearing Shiba is going to spike soon. Where'd you hear that from? I certainly hope it's going to spike soon. I have a lot of Shiba Inu. Okay? And guess what? If Shiba Inu really spikes, I'm going to stop buying it and then I'll start selling it. It's really raining outside. I compare and contrast, lean more right. Trump is doing everything in his power to make lower oil prices. No, he started a war. He wants higher oil prices. You stupid. Yeah. You're on a low level. It's really mean for me to say it like that, but you're at a low level and I'm at a much higher level than you. My level of sentience is much higher than yours. It's way beyond yours. You still believe in the system. You still believe that we're... Yeah. And most people are going to be at that low level. They're not going to understand that, okay? Most people are. I'd put most people at a level 2 in terms of their understanding of what's really happening in the world. And I'd put my understanding closer to 8 to 8.5. Because I really know what's going on behind the scenes. But I don't know every detail. That's why it's not a 10. Okay? Apple bottom jeans. $80 is nothing for oil. Yeah, 80 is nothing. It can go a lot higher than 80. And because of inflation, and oil's been holding back. Okay? Oil's been holding back a lot. Oil's ready to catch up to everything else. Gold went up. Silver went up. Uranium went up. A lot of things went up, but not oil. So it's only a matter of time. Promise you, oil's going to skyrocket. I bet 1,000 on a crypto. You know what? I finance my gold grills. Never finance your gold grills, bro. All right? Never finance a grill. Or any jewelry, for that matter. Never finance jewelry. Screaming, crying, pissing, and shitting all... Can't see that. John, have you any faith in ISO 2022 coins? Which one? Understand why you talk it down. I'm just learning, bud. Yeah, a lot of people are just learning, and it can take time. It can take a couple of years. A lot of people will be learning for 2 or 3 years, and then they still won't have any clue. A lot of people shouldn't be investing. A lot of people that are followers, they're just following all these various YouTubers. They should not be investing. Okay, but XRP. Yeah, I hate on it, and you're just trying to understand. So you got to understand that the insiders want to pump up XRP just so that they can make money. Okay? That's what it's all about. It's about the insiders trying to make money. We want to find cryptos that actually have the technology. All right? So that means that I'm saying XRP doesn't really have as good technology as they say. But where is the good technology? I think it's Chainlink, Hedera, ICP, and VeChain. I think those are the ones with better technology. Hedera, ICP, VeChain, yeah, and the other one. I also like Solana's okay. I would like it to go down a little bit more. It's just XRP, it's like the most clear scam that I see. But I'm always talking about that. Don't want to talk about XRP. Thanks for those likes. Let's test your theory on the world. What's your opinion on should I buy fart coins? Yes, but it's not available on Coinbase. It's predicting when buy crypto overgrowing profitability stocks. Jesus, shout out to Jesus. Yes, get right with Jesus. Shout out to Jesus. You know, I really want to burn a statue of Baal here. I think that'd be sick. So get a big statue of Baal, put him in like a big field, and we'll just burn him here. You know, that's going to be sick. I want to set that up. I'm just too busy right now. Profitable. 95% of cryptos are a farce. Yeah. So you understand. You got a little bit higher level of consciousness. Yeah, you got to understand that they're mostly all scams. And
Hello, Moto.
Yeah. When something is a scam, generally you don't want to put a whole lot of money into it unless you know that the insiders are going to plan on pumping it. So, and when is a time when you really don't want to buy a scam? After it already pumped. Okay? But most people buy them right after they pump because they say, oh, look how much it went up. Maybe it'll keep going up. Maybe XRP, they say, look, XRP is up to $3. Maybe it really will go up to 10,000. Yeah. So they buy it at $3. And now it's down to what? $1.38? $1.38? Okay? The newbies make the biggest mistake of buying at the very top. So that's one of the things that I want to do is help the newbies understand that they don't want to be buying it at the top. I don't want you guys to lose money. I really don't. Why the heck would I, you know? I want you guys to get rich so that you like my videos. So I try to give you the best tips that I can. The best non-financial advice. Buy low, sell high, it's simple. But why don't people understand it then? Why do people like to buy high? Can you understand? I know why, but it's just human psychology. It's the mindset of a follower. You got to become a leader. All right? Got to become a leader. A lot of you guys are following all these crypto YouTubers, and they're all scammers. And it's funny and it's sad at the same time. It's not funny to see people follow these guys and then they don't tell them when to sell. It's sad. But I try to be the crypto guy that tells you when to sell and when to buy. I actually tell you what I'm doing, okay? So as you all know, I already sold XRP, so I am not buying it right now. Gold could go up at least 20% before year end. Yeah, I'd say right now it's too unpredictable because of the war situation. So I would say that right now it's just very unpredictable what's going to happen next. But I would predict that the war is going to get worse. I think it's going to get way worse. That's my prediction. I don't think it's going to subside. I don't think it's going to end. I think this is going to go on for years. This is going to go on a long, long time on this war. And Trump didn't want this war, but he had to get us into it because that's what he was told. You see, Trump has a boss. Okay? Can you, we should work this stuff out so you guys understand. Can you understand that Trump has a boss? And Trump did not want to go into this war. He was told he had to for his position. Okay, a lot of you guys are never gonna see the truth. That someone else is pulling the strings. Okay? I'm trying to get you to change your perspective of the world so you can become more aware. Do you know EDO and Vandel? They're both very good information in my eyes. They're going to raise the draft image to 48. They better not. It's on sale. XRP silver went from 38 to 685 per ounce. War is good for precious metals. Yes, war is good for precious metals, so I would expect that gold could go up 20%. Yeah. I actually kind of think that gold could hit like 7,000 maybe by the end of the year, maybe 7,500 or around there. We could start going parabolic too. That's what gold wants to do. It wants to go parabolic. You can see every time that it does, they crush it. okay? But something's going to happen and they won't be able to stop it. I got $300 on silver-plated or copper junk I found on Saturday. Wow. You got lucky on that find then, bro. Nice. Good job. War is good for precious metals. They are groups building wealth and power for hundreds of years. Yep. Exactly, bro. And that's what I say we should do too. Okay? You see these very wealthy families, they're building wealth and building power. I think we should do the same thing with our own family. We should start a family business and start building wealth and power and start investing so that we can actually do good with the money, though. A lot of the people that have the money, like the rich families and people like George Soros, are evil. We got to learn how to do good things with the money. All right? So, ask me, I am 100 years old. Each missile contains hundreds of ounces of silver. That's what they say. Okay? That's what they say. I can't guarantee that. I don't know how much silver that is in a Tomahawk missile, but that's what everyone says, is that there's a lot of silver in it. Maybe. I mean, these things have to be very quick. They have to, I don't know. I would say, yeah, there's definitely silver, but I don't know how much. Bro, there's wealth in your walls and all that copper. Get rich quick, bro. According to the books. What books? Yeah. Supposedly a Tomahawk missile has 500 ounces of silver. It might. I don't know. I've heard about that for years, but there's no proof. But I think it's probably true. Probably true. All right, guys? Come on, guys. Let's get this money. Let's go. Hit the like button. Like the video. They should spray cocaine on every country. No. No. They shouldn't. Okay, bro? The guy says, hell yeah. This guy's crazy over here. All right, guys, like the video. We got 18 people watching. Like the video, guys. People will fight with each other and die. Yes, they will. It's going to get crazy out here. We need a civil war. A civil war. I think it's more likely they scam us everywhere. They think they can get away with it, even in plain sight. Yeah. Right. Getting scammed is one of the biggest fears. It's a reality. You got to be careful. I think it's more likely. How would they even drag us out of a house? Yeah. I don't think they're going to have a draft. I mean, this is clearly a war that, people don't believe that it should be happening. The news is trying to brainwash everybody. But if you watch Scott Ritter, he'll tell you a lot more about what the truth is. Do I worry about that they would make silver illegal? No. I don't think that they will make silver illegal. So I'm not worried. No. I don't think they can get away with that today, okay? That would mean it would make millions of Americans criminals, okay? I don't think they could do it in 2026. I don't think they can make silver illegal. I just don't. He says, didn't Corona prove the extent of their ways? Yes, it did. It said it proved that they're willing to do anything to make money. Yeah, 2026 is very unpredictable. Very hard to know what's going to happen. You know, what comes next? I don't know. Gold is at 5,173. As of March 2011, 26, there is no evidence of a universal total shutdown of iPhones, iPads. Nah, there's no evidence of it. They're going to nuke the filibuster and pass the SAVE Act. Okay, maybe they will. If they try to draft me, I'm gonna not go. If they try to draft me, I'm not gonna go. I'll be a religious, conscientious objector. I'll object. Yeah, for sure. I'll say it's an unjust war. I'm a conscientious objector. And that's that. Like the video, guys. Like the video, hit that subscribe button. I'm afraid what comes next is instability. Once everything has been made unstable for the population, they will start cleaning up, pushing digital everything. I am up 70 subscribers. Okay. You're moving along then, buddy. Let me know when you get to 100. He says they need chaos for the next big push for control. Yeah. Exactly. They create chaos as a distraction, and then they vote and they pass all these laws, and then we don't end up hearing about it until much later. And they put all these crazy laws within a different package or bill, and then they try to rush that bill through. Yeah, it's not good, dude. It's not good. This dog is digging a hole. Hope it's not a hole for your grave. Can I sell him a rocket trap? No. Let's see here. Wants my rocket's trap. It's right here. And no, you're not getting it. You're not getting that one. That's a sick card. I love this card. I used to run 4 of these, 4 super energy removals, 4 energy removals. So just those 12 cards right there is going to freaking wreak havoc on your opponent. And I would obviously use like 4 Bills, 4 Professor Oaks, 4 Professor Elms, freaking all kinds of crazy stuff. Scoop ups, gust of wind. And look at that. That's a sick card too right there. What are you talking about? He says, I sub to your channel. I sub to your channel. Ethereum is a little over 2,000. XRP is at $1.39 right now. Yeah. Can't believe we got people buying freaking XRP, but they got no dividend stocks, you know. And they got no silver, but yet they're going to buy XRP. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make much sense, does it? This guy has WWE cards. Those could be worth money. He's got a Barry Bonds card. Nice, dude. Barry Bonds, at one point, he had like over 700 home runs or something. He was juicing, so like McGuire was. And Sosa. Guys were all juicing. Hey, what's up? What's up, Bad Vibes? 56 plus 21. 77? They still did it, though. Solana, 87. Shucks, guys. Keeps asking me math questions. This guy says he loves Gabe. Do you know what STRC is? No, I don't. Nope. I know what Shiba Inu is. Shiba Inu. No, I don't have any pets. No. I would like to get some in the future, though. Once I get some land, and I'm going to get some dogs and cats. Definitely want to get some dogs and cats and some goats and emus, too. Really want some of them. And I want some cows and chickens. But yeah, right now I don't have any pets, so I'm trying to get some soon. But we got to get rich first. So buying the right stocks and the right cryptos. He says, I don't think there's going to be a bull run this year. That's a very negative thinking, bro. Negative thinking is going to keep you poor. If you don't think there's going to be a bull run, then you're not going to buy it, and then you might never buy it. I think this is the best time to buy crypto right now. Super cheap. So, Solana. Easy Lick, what's your plan of getting out of cryptos? What will you invest in? My plan of getting out of crypto? Well, right now I'm getting in. Right now I'm buying. So the plan to get out is when it's over exuberant, super bullish enthusiasm. You know, You got to look for the signs of when to get out. So I'll be getting out probably at the top or shortly after the top. Okay? I look for various signs, when to get out. So I'll be trying to get you guys out of crypto at the right time, just like I did before. I'm going to get everybody out at the right time so we can make the most amount of money. All right? So hit that subscribe button, guys, if you want to get rich. It's not financial advice, but we're going to make some money. What is your plan of getting out? Yeah, buy Shiba Inu dog. I don't want to buy a Shiba Inu dog. I want to buy the Shiba Inu crypto. Anyone telling you to buy crypto with a ceiling like that is hilarious. Yeah, but except I've already made a lot of money. And I'm already leveled up. I used to be in a basement. Then I lived in a garage. Now I got my own place because of cryptocurrency and from investing in gold and silver. So I got my own place now. And yeah, I got a certain ceiling. People don't like the ceiling. It's funny that we're talking about that, but that's life. You guys ask, stupid people ask stupid questions. So I was trying to keep the topic on my ceiling. And it's funny to me that this is the reality that I'm living in, is just people can ask questions about my ceiling. It's a strange reality, guys. That's what you get when you get low IQ. You get low IQ questions. Invest in gold and silver over crypto. I invest in both. And right now, I like crypto more than the precious metals because crypto is like on sale. Silver is not really on sale. Silver just went up a lot. But the cryptos are on sale. So if that makes sense for you, a lot of you guys, I like cryptos better than the precious metals at this time. But I would never buy crypto unless I already had some precious metal. Okay? So you got to get some precious metals on your books first and then start to diversify. The precious metals are very, very important, but they might not give you the biggest gains. Okay? I expect crypto to have bigger gains than gold and silver from this point. Stupid people read a sentence and think it's a question. How long are you going to buy the low price for crypto? How long are you going to the low? I'm going to keep on buying it for as long as it takes. If crypto keeps on dipping, I'm going to keep on buying. Only the strong will become millionaires, okay? If you're going to panic and you're going to say, okay, I'm not going to buy here, I'm going to step away, or I'm going to sell, then you're not going to become a millionaire. If you want to become a Shiba Inu millionaire, you got to keep buying Shiba Inu. If that makes any sense, okay? I hope that makes sense for some of you. This guy definitely smokes crypto. Precious is just a hedge, he says. He says precious metals is just a hedge. But he can't even really put together the words bad vibes. Precious is just a hedge. He means investing in precious metals is a way to hedge your portfolio. That's what he means. How's silver doing? Silver's holding on strong. It's holding out good. $85.50. So it's down today, but silver's still it's still at $85. So hey Kaylee, I saw you were in a video with somebody the other day, and I was just watching it to see. You were talking with a few people in the video. I was like, I don't even know what these guys are talking about. And no, I didn't say hi because there was like 4 people in there talking. I didn't want to chime in, okay? I don't even know what it was about. It seemed like the conversation was just almost about nonsense. So I just decided to leave. And that's probably what a lot of my conversations seem like to some of you. It was probably my brother. He's a huge fan of me. I should have got on then. He listens to my crypto theories. Yes. I hope he listens to gold and silver theories too. Kaylee, ever since I met you, you know I've been very bullish on silver, and you know silver's went up a lot. So you got to get in on some silver. Even for you, a girl. Yes. I even believe that the women should buy gold and silver too. Okay? Why? Because some man might not want to do it for you. A bro is not going to want to buy it for you. Okay? Even if there's a man, you're married to him, he might not be smart enough to buy precious metals for the family. That is right. A lot of men are not smart enough to buy the precious metals, the silver, the gold, and the platinum for their family. Because they're struggling to survive. Okay? A lot of these women have husbands that are fools. They're barely able to save any money. They're barely able to make ends meet. Okay? You got to learn how to become rich. He got some silver for my birthday. Wow. He got it for your birthday? Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, everybody watching me, you should be thinking about gold and silver and how much you have, okay? He says, F gold and silver, that shit gonna dip in the future, only crypto can survive. Well, gold survived for over 5,000 years, you know? And gold has probably had a lot of value even longer than 5,000 years. Okay? Guaranteed. The first guy that ever found gold, he's like, oh, what is this? What is this rock? You know? Guaranteed that guy kept it for the rest of his life. If not, he sold it for a lot of money. You know? Or he was tricked out of it or something, maybe. The first person to find gold, you know? Like a long time ago, they probably found gold just sitting on the desert. You know, it would have been easier to find. Nowadays, gold is very hard to find. All the gold that was just sitting at the top, we already found it, you know. He got some silver for my birthday when the workout's starting. I can't do a workout today because I got to go to work. I'm just taking some of my free time to answer your questions on investing, okay? But he says, F gold and silver, that shit gonna dip. Okay, so what if it dips, bro? If it dips, then buy it. This guy has no clue. You know, I watch other people, I watch other channels, and they get very frustrated, and they say, the commenters have no clue. It's like, yeah, bro, I know how you feel, okay? I'm watching these military experts talk about what's happening, and people are commenting, and they have no clue. And these people are not very smart, they're not very educated, but they still feel the need to insert their opinion among the educated individuals. And it's like, bro, you're at a low level. Why are you trying to comment on something that you actually don't understand? But that's just human nature. That's human nature. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to get comments that people don't know what's up. They don't have a clue. Okay? So, and buying it as jewelry is not investment pricing. Yeah, it is, bro. You know how much I paid per gram? I paid under spot for this. That means I paid less than it was worth. I can melt this down and I'll make $2,000 cash. Okay? If I melted this down, I would make a lot of money. But I'm not going to. Okay? Because I could sell this to somebody at a huge premium. I could probably sell this for over $1,000 more than the gold is worth. Okay? It's all about understanding how to buy it. If someone's charging you 3 times for the gold, don't go to them. You only buy it if it's a good deal. Okay? He says buying gold as jewelry is not investment pricing. See, he has no idea. Some people know how to buy it and some people don't. You don't. You don't have the skills to test it, to see if it's real. You don't know the equations to find out how much it's worth per gram. But yet you have the need to insert your opinion and say that jewelry is not good. Generally speaking, you're correct. But if you know how to buy it, if you know how to weigh it yourself, then you can get a very good deal on gold, okay? Kaylee, yeah, I'm not going to do a workout yet. Sorry. Yeah, everybody follow Kaylee Moose on the TikTok. She is a very beautiful, intelligent woman who's got a lot of important stuff to say, okay? So if you're on the TikTok, give Kaylee a follow. Yes, this chain is real. It's got an ounce of gold in it, so it's worth about over 5,100. So to me, that's nothing. It's like I got $5,000 on my neck. Who cares? That doesn't help me. A house is $100K, you know? So I just think it's just a number. It's just a number. And it's a number that's not high enough. If this was worth $100,000, I could sell it and buy a house. This ain't going to do much for me. $5,000? Nothing. How can I sell my copper from Nigeria? Yeah, I don't even know. I have no clue, bro. If you're in Nigeria, I don't know how you're going to sell it. You got to find some refinery in Nigeria then, okay? Charlie, keep dreaming because crypto hasn't lost 50%. Is Patreon price lower? No, the Patreon price is $10. I got all the oil stocks on there. I recommend you do it soon. I have my big 5 oil stocks on the Patreon. And now you can see the oil is going up, so I was right, okay? A lot of people are saying that I called it. I was right on oil. I was right on gold. I was right on silver. And I say, yes, I called it. And I didn't know gold was going to go up. I didn't know oil was going to go up this soon, but I know that oil is going to go up a lot more. It still has a long way to run. Okay. We just had a nice pullback on oil too. So might be a good time to buy. But you got to understand, we still have the strategic reserves. So Trump is saying that we're going to release the strategic reserves. It's going to lower the price of oil. And yeah, it's going to lower it a little bit. But I bet you the smart money is going to buy oil stocks. I really believe that. I think that the smart money is going to be buying some oil stocks. Okay? You got to have oil stocks in your portfolio. So to get my list of oil stocks, it's on my Patreon. The Patreon is John's Gold and Silver at patreon.com, you know. So a lot of people have joined my Patreon for my gold stocks and my silver stocks, but they don't realize that I have a whole list of oil stocks before oil spiked. And these stocks still have a long way to run, guys. If you want to get rich, like I said, it's just $10. And I had so many I told you guys about so many stocks on the Patreon, and a lot of these stocks quadrupled. They went up 4, 5, 6x from the time that I recommended them, from the time that I gave my bullish predictions. Okay? So we're doing it like no other channel here. I don't charge you a lot of money for a freaking course. I just give you the stocks. I think that's way simpler. It's way faster. You don't have to read some kind of bullshit course. I just tell you what stocks to get and when to get them right now. Okay? I can't make it any easier. I get straight to the point. I say, you buy this stock, and you buy this one, and then you wait. You got to be good at waiting because that's a big part of investing. Okay? If you don't have the patience, then you're going to dump out way too early. You'll be like, oh shit, I doubled my money. Time to sell. Nope. There's way more room to run in a lot of these stocks, okay? I saw my Shiba Inu because I did not see a bull run for this year and kept it almost 2 years. Yeah, just keep it. You should have sold it, obviously. Okay? Shiba Inu gave you many opportunities to sell. It spiked up to 4046, and then it spiked up to 4032, and then it spiked up again. It gave you lots of opportunities to take profit. Okay? You have to learn to take profit. If it jumps up a lot, why don't you sell a little bit? You know? A lot of people just want to hold everything, and they don't want to take any profit at all. Okay? You guys got to remember, it's never wrong to take a profit, but a little profit. Don't sell your whole freaking stock. Don't sell your gold stocks. We got a lot longer to run. Don't sell your oil stocks. We got a lot higher to go. Okay? What's your coolest silver piece? A kilogram bar. A kilo bar. I don't really have any cool pieces. Okay? I just collect bullion. I used to have some cool pieces, but there's no reason to talk about that because I sold them. And I just stack bullion. That's it. I saw my Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu! He sold it. Damn, bro. You sold at the bottom. The good news is you can still buy it back. I try to buy it back right away. Yeah, you sold at the bottom, bro. This guy keeps believing in Shiba Inu. That tells you all you need to know. LOL, I am a trader, and I bet 20K that the coin is not going anywhere. Yeah, I'll take you up on that bet. I bet you 20K that it's going to do a 10x. It's a lot different than doing nothing. That's just insane. How can I say it's going to go up 10, and he says it won't go up at all? I think it's absolutely foolish. It's absolutely ridiculous to say that Shiba Inu is not going to do anything. In my mind, he's an idiot. Shiba Inu is not going to do anything. It always does something. Shiba Inu always does something. Ever since it came out, it's spiked up, it goes back down. Spikes up, it goes back down. And now he says it's going to do nothing. See, that's just a stupid comment. I think that he's not a trader. I think that this guy's not a trader. So this guy keeps believing in Shiba Inu. That tells you all you need to know. All I need to know, I recognize Shiba Inu is just a garbage meme coin. Okay, I recognize it's just garbage. But I also recognize it's going to go up in value. Dude, I am the truth in crypto. You are garbage, okay? You are the man giving us basically free money and getting us jacked. Yes. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you, bro. A doggy. Somebody ain't coming up with 20K. Yeah, somebody ain't, and it's going to be him. Because I promise you, Shiba Inu is going to go up again. That's absolutely stupid to say that it won't go up again. You don't know how dumb that is. To try to claim that a certain crypto is never going to go up when it's known for spiking and then dropping. Like, this guy is an absolute fool. He's portraying himself as someone who knows about trading. Says, hold this L. The other coins have because of automated bots pegged to movement of Bitcoin. Sure, yeah. The whole market is controlled by bots. Yeah. The entire stock market is controlled by trading machines. And that's what Stephen Van Meter actually talks about a lot, is how the machines are positioned. Stephen Van Meter. I call him the meter man. But he's an expert at knowing like what the machines are doing and how the algorithms are working and stuff like that. If Shiba Inu is garbage meme coin, then how is it going to go up? Because it's manipulated? How new are you? Is this your first day, bro? This is bro's first day. I don't know. How did XRP go up? XRP's garbage and that went up. Shiba Inu's garbage and that went up before. Yeah. I think these people just have no idea and they're just trying to distract. Yeah. I got these two Alakazams. Those are sick cards. And I have the Venusaur. That's a sick card. Epstein. What big money moves, prices move. Yep. This guy smokes crypto. Let's go, guys. Get the football card. Ninetales. Chanseys. I love Chansey. That's one of my favorite cards ever. Because it's got 120 HP. So, and it's a base Pokemon. That's insane. You just throw him out there, bam, 120. He can maintain while you build up your bench. You know, there's a lot, he can absorb a lot of damage. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with the Chansey. Very good card. Okay? How much SHIB do you have now? I have a lot. I'm trying to get 1 billion. I'm not going to tell you how much I have, but I'm going to try to get 1 billion Shiba. Okay? 1 billion. I'm going for 1 billion Shiba and 1 billion Pepe. Would you own crypto if you were only about to sell 30 years from now? Feel like they will be zero eventually? No. Lots of the cryptocurrencies are actually high quality companies. These could be on the stock market. Okay? Like ICP. So I think ICP is going to be around in 30 years from now, and I think it's going to be massive. I think if we choose the right utility coins, then we're going to do fine. But even if you invest in meme coins, you could still make a lot of money. Okay? But I'm a big fan of the utility coins. The coins that actually have real uses. Okay? Real world uses. Would you own... Would you own crypto if you are only about to sell 30 years? Yes. I would. Don't listen to this guy. Buy only top cryptocurrencies if you don't want to lose your money. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the advice, bro. Yes. What are the top cryptocurrencies? Just like I said, Chainlink, ICP, Shiba Inu, Doge, Pepe, Hedera, Solana, stuff like that. Sui, Tron. These are some of the top ones. Yes, we got to buy the top ones. Exactly. That's why I like Shiba. Shiba Inu. Jasmy. Jasmy was the one that Oscar Ramos was pumping up. That's why I don't really like it. Because anything connected with him, any crypto connected with him, I know he's getting paid off. And that's, it's a guaranteed scam. So I think I go towards utility coins more, like ICP. I don't really like Jasmy, but I would buy it. I would consider buying some just because of the possibility that it could pop again. Still can't find any K2 Spice, bro. Yeah, K2. That was good stuff. That was good stuff back in the day. All right, guys, it's time for me to go. So thanks everyone for watching. All right. Really appreciate you guys. I couldn't do it without you. I could not do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Alakazam. All right, guys. And consider, if you like the content that I shared with you today, consider giving a donation. Okay? And all donations will help me buy my next motorcycle. All right? So I'll see you guys. Yep. Keep on investing. Keep on saving your money. Keep on buying gold, silver, crypto, and oil stocks. All right, guys? Join the Patreon. We'll see you soon.